Oh man, I hate to do this, but it has to be done. Um, yeah, wow. There comes a time when a man in this world, you'll have to excuse my dogs, uh, they're going to be barking behind me, has to call someone out on the carpet. There is a young man on YouTube that owns a channel called 420 Cafe. I was just in that hangout. And this young man likes to censor people. You're not the only one that can go live, Brojo. Now, I don't even know if you're subscribed to me, but you have my permission right now to put me on your screen and hear the truth. But the problem is, I don't think you want to hear the truth. Have you wondered why I've been hanging around you for the last 10 years? The truth is, my goal is to share the gospel with unbelievers like you. And I know you had some problems. We all have problems. The reality of the situation is scary. If we were to talk and be allowed to talk, for example, on your live stream, when you decided to censor me and put me backstage in the middle of a statement, and I don't care if you're an atheist, a theist, a Christian, or whoever you are, we live in America. We live in the United States. Do you disagree with the Constitution, John, Rojo, 420 Cafe? Do you disagree with everyone's right to free speech? There's a question for you. I love you, man. I've spent a lot of time preaching to you over the years, apparently to no avail. And I'm about to offend some of you so called Christians because I'm going to light a cigarette. Oh my, a Christian can smoke. Oh, yes. Matter of fact, I'm free to do all things, but not all things are expedient. Simos found that out. Good luck with your lung transplant, by the way. I'll be praying for you, believe it or not. Uh, I think you're top notch. Unfortunately, you're an unbeliever. And as you face that transplant, know this: after death, we all give an account. There are books in God's possession, rather, that He has recorded every word we have uttered. You being of an elderly age, Simos, I would rethink how you mock God being this close to death. William, control your tongue, young man. You have a tendency to interrupt someone who is your elder. You claim to be Christian. Read the Bible. Yeah, I just winked at you, baby. Irenic, I appreciate you trying to stand up for me. Kudos. I still need help with that electric. I'll let you know. I'll pay you way down here. I'll pay you money. I'd rather have an electrician help me that I know That's a fellow brother in Christ. My hat's off to you. Tog, young man, I have some advice for you. Keep doing what you're doing. I like it. I like your style. You got the snake reference. I don't know if you're sub to me or not, though. You might not see this. But still, if you find it, well done, young man. Well done. You were the only one that got it. Yeah, that must have been some day when Moses' staff swallowed up the other snakes. I would like to have seen that. Wow. Oh, Lord have mercy. The rest of you know this, okay? I am a well-seasoned sword. If you're going to come up against someone who's got 43 years of Christ living in him, and me being dead, you should listen. Because you're right, Rojo. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should listen twice as much as we speak. Still want to take a guess? Anybody? Of what I was holding in my hand? It's a shame. It was glorious. You know, about 3-4 years ago now, I put my guitar down. I'm feeling pretty cocky right now. I think I'm going to pick it up. I was inspired tonight by the idiocy of what I heard. I was amused. I wasn't offended. You can't offend me. I'm in Christ. Christ is in me. God is amused. How amused is he, you might say? Well, he's amused by all of this. God laughs. Isn't that wonderful? God cries. Isn't that also wonderful? We were made in his image. Go figure. We look like him. We sound like him. We laugh like him. We cry like him. And he loves you. And so do I. Brojo, I wouldn't have spent the last 10 years of my life talking to you. Now would I, if I didn't? Now back to that problem you had early on in your life. It was time. It was time. The book of Jonah gave him that gourd, and it gave a big old leaf that relieved him of the heat of the day. But he cared more about that shade. Read that. It struck me as strange. Why did it end that way? It's a small book, the book of Jonah. But it's intriguing. To be angry, Brojo? I know you're angry at God. I was angry when my mom died when I was 14. I was angry when I saw my dad, who had been in World War II, come back. And by the time I was born, I was the 5th child, the baby of the family. Well, there's a song right there. And I watched my dad, who had PTSD, after watching heads being blown off in World War II, get drunk on multiple occasions and beat the living hell out of my mother right in front of me. To this day, my oldest brother has PTSD from it as well. He's just over 8 years, I believe, older than me. And he can't stand alcohol because of it. Bro Joe, if you censor, you'll be censored. Do you understand? We're supposed to be free. Free to say what we think. Just because you have the control button that YouTube gave you, I recommend you think twice about censoring anyone. Have a nice day.